So after nearly 10 years of absolutely punishing our Sigma Art stills lenses, we've recently upgraded our zooms to the Sigma Cine 18-35 and 50-100. Now, it was a huge decision and it took a lot of weighing up whether it was going to be worth the upgrade or not, but we did it, and that is what we're going to talk about right now. Now, if you've been using the Art line for video for a while, you've at least looked into the Cine line and possibly even considered the upgrade for yourself. And there's definitely a lot of similarities between them, but more importantly, there's a lot of differences. The main similarity between the Sigma Cines and the Sigma Arts is that they both share the same optical formula for each focal length. So the visual characteristics are identical, such as the sharpness, contrast, and the bokeh. Both lines are also manufactured in the exact same factory in Japan. While the performance of both lenses being almost identical, their operation and uses are what sets them apart. For video, this is really important because the electronic iris and stills lenses aren't going to allow for a seamless adjustment. Having a manual iris on the Cine lenses also opens a lot of possibilities creatively. The Cine lenses are definitely a bit heavier than the Arts. That's because of that all-metal construction that's going to make it a much more robust and reliable lens. In saying that, they are still some of the lightest cinema lenses on the market today. Now, across the entire Cine line, every ring and mount is sealed, which makes them dust and water resistant. So it's great for the amount of work we do outdoors, and it's something that not all of the Sigma Arts have. All of the main lens markings on these, they're all painted in luminous paint. This means they'll glow in the dark, and it makes it super helpful in low light situations when you're trying to gauge what the focal length is or what the iris is set to. Another cool thing is that the focus, iris, and zoom markings are actually listed on both sides of the lens here. And that makes it a lot easier to read no matter what side of the camera you're working on. As far as filters go, the Sigma Arts, they've got a bunch of different size front diameters and filter sizes. So you're either gonna have to have different size filters for them, or like we did, you can have step-up rings on all of them to be able to use one universal filter size. The Sigma Cines, on the other hand, have a front diameter of 95 across the whole lineup, which is pretty universal for most matte boxes. Nearly all of the Cines also have an 82mm front thread, which means you can use any 82mm filters that you might already have. One of the biggest differences with these Cines is the increased throw range of the focus, iris, and zoom rings. This increased range is going to give you a much more precise focus pull and much smoother iris and zoom adjustments. Talking about precise focus, this is something you're going to notice immediately coming from any stills lens. The Sigma Cines have a 180-degree focus rotation, whereas the Arts only have a 90-degree focus rotation. This means from the minimum focus length to infinity, you have twice as much rotation, allowing for a more accurate and precise focus. Another thing is that all three gear rings are in the exact same position across the entire Cine lineup, which means that you don't have to waste any time adjusting fizz motors or your follow focus between lens changes. One of the biggest things that's led to missed shots over the years was having to refocus after zooming in or out. Now, the Sigma Cines aren't perfectly parfocal, but they are that much quicker to pull accurately compared to any zoom I've used so far. Another benefit to the Sigma Cines is their consistent color across the entire lineup. Now, after coloring a handful of projects with these, I can see how much time it can save in post. Of course, it's not gonna do all the work for you, but you'll find yourself fighting less while matching different camera sensors just because of the glass. As you can see here, Cine lenses are measured in t-stop instead of f-stop, and this is a precise measurement of light, whereas f-stop is approximate and based on the design, not the actual amount of light transmission. Now, this becomes important on bigger productions where cinematographers want to maintain a consistent exposure while interchanging between lenses and lens manufacturers. Something else that sets the Sigma Cines apart is the fact that the t-stop value and data is viewable on the camera itself. Now, that's not always possible with cinema lenses. These are all the factors that have come into our decision to purchase the Sigma Cine zooms. We'll definitely still be holding onto all of our art lenses, whether it's for the autofocus, for light gimbal work. There are a ton of reasons for us to still hang on to these. At the end of the day, lenses are a huge investment, and if you're still on the fence whether cinema lenses are going to be a worthwhile upgrade for your workflow, do what we did and rent them out first. So I hope this helps if you are thinking about upgrading, and if we missed anything else we can help out with, just let us know.